Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another great video. Yes, it is the weekend, and still, I'm making a video. Okay, I want to push things out because I want to, see people become inspired and become great traders. All right, that's my goal. Okay, I'm not a teacher, an educator, or mentor in any way, even though I get that every day over on our Discord community and those that have subscribed to the channel. That's because I'm constantly pushing content out that I believe is actually helping people, and people have actually learned the style or strategy of how I trade and have implemented it or incorporated into their own trading and are doing very well. We have lots of traders over on the Discord community, those that are members that have, I appreciate all the comments too, the positivity, thanking me for, the content I share, how it's helping you out, how your trading has transitioned or transformed, and now you're seeing the light and doing well yourselves. Okay, I want to see everybody do well when it comes to this business. But as professional traders, people that are that have the experience, that have been doing this for years, you know that you can relate to this for the mere fact that one of the biggest things that traders really need to, get under their belt, they really need to master is market structure, because without doing so, you're going to struggle. And I talk about that just about in every video, how important it is to master it, okay? Market structure is the key and will be the key to your success in understanding the market. I know the market can throw you some loops sometimes. It can be a whirlwind. You're not really knowing which way to trade, up or down, market moving sideways. That's the hardest thing, okay? That's why I always say, try your best not to trade when the market is ranging, okay? Especially where there's a high and a low that the market just came off of, or a high the market just came off of and created a low, all right, and it's broken structure to the downside. Kind of stay out the middle is what I talk about, all right? But you must be able to read overall which direction to trade. When the market is either moving up to the upside trending or to the downside. So I'm going to kind of go over today what will help you as a trader when it comes to understanding the market direction, how to actually increase your win rate. If you're someone, again, yes, we're talking about win rate, all right? Maybe someone's struggling because you can't read the charts, meaning market structure as a whole. But this video is not, a breakdown of market structure, because I've got videos on the channel where I go into detail about, how I perceive and look at the structure of the market on a daily, because it can always, like I said, throw you for loops. 1 minute it can be pushing to the upside, and the next minute it's breaking structure to the downside. So, trying to figure out those reversals in the market, when to trade them, where to trade them from, that can be quite difficult. So if we're looking here at the chart of the ES futures, for example, all right, we've been seeing this thing has been rampant and moving to the upside, making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, now it came off this low from October to 27, 28, somewhere in that time period, and since then we've been very bullish to the upside. Yes, there had not been real big pullbacks. This is off a higher time frame or higher base chart on the E-mini S&P, but still, when you see activity like this, okay, the structure of the market constantly breaking and making new highs, where you can look to the left-hand side of your chart and you see nothing over to the left-hand side, then that means we're constantly still bullish. And so the only way in which I would say to trade would be what? To go long, okay? Looking for areas of either, in this case here, looking for demand, okay? I trade supply and demand. So the only type of trades I would be taking in a market condition like this is to go long, all right? So you have to first and foremost center and focus yourself in on what is the overall direction of the market. You can't be taking short trades, left trades, back and forth. You may get lucky a few times, but at some point the market is going to really burn you, okay? And I'm sure a lot of people have experienced this and they've lost money. They get frustrated trying to figure out, well, how do I trade? I thought I was in, moving with the trend and trading in the right direction. It's a lot more than that, okay? You have to understand, if the market is constantly breaking structure to the upside, then we're looking for longs, okay? If the market shifts, like I talked about the tide shifting, and then it starts to break structure to the downside, then you must be looking for, okay, how do I determine when to start looking for, shorts, all right? But they're always going to come into play when the market really starts breaking structure to the downside, especially if we're taking out the lows of a session and then we start to break structure into the prior day session, then you should be looking for short entries. If it turns back around and we start breaking minor structure back to the upside, then yes, you can look for longs, but still, your mindset should, at that point, when you start breaking major structure to the downside, looking for shorts, okay? So you've got to be able to follow the ebbs and flows of the market as it's moving. In a structure like this, when it comes to the market, all right, with the E-mini S&P 500, I would only be looking for longs right now. We're constantly making new highs. It made a high here, pull back, new high, pull back. Now, right now, we're ranging. So still, my mindset will be looking for longs, but there's not a great opportunity or area to really look for longs because we're kind of, if you look at the higher time frame, we're just moving in the middle right now, okay? So I would wait to see if we're going to break structure back to the upside, all right? And doing so, and then maybe looking for a pullback, okay? But still, my overall bias and direction would still be looking for longs when it comes to the ES futures. So if I saw that high that the market made over on the higher time frame, we're still breaking structure to the upside, and long as we're making new highs, then I'll be looking for a pullback to a key area of demand off of the the lower time frame chart. This would be a beautiful area right here on this pullback right here, okay? Aggressive buying to the upside. We had a pullback, aggressive buying to the upside, broke structure here on the lower time frame at 47, 64, or 65. And then we pull back, right? Now, it didn't come down here and hit this area of demand to the tick. We're talking like 2 or 3 ticks away. I'll talk about that in videos. When I see things like that and I see bullish momentum stepping in the market and it's moving away from that area real quick, I'm going to go ahead and get in the trade, okay? All right, especially we got the close of the candle in opposite direction. We got one bullish candle. We got one bullish candle here to the upside, and then the close of the next one breaking above this last down bearish candle, and we're only 2 or 3 ticks away from tapping into that zone. I'm going to take my chance and take the trade. And look at the beautiful run that it did. It went all the way back up here to test this area right here. And that's primarily where I will take this trade to, is back up here. Why? Because this area up here is now, look at that, that was aggressive selling. That's an area of supply right there. So I'm taking it from demand to an area of supply on the lower time frame in the direction of the higher time frame when I just talked about it being bullish. So look for a pullback to a key area of demand on the lower time frame. Could have tested this area right here. Yeah, it could have tested this area right here as well, but it broke through that. So we look for the next area of demand below on the lower time frame and take our trades in the direction of the higher time frame. This is what makes the difference of being, transitioning from an inexperienced trader to a professional trader, being able to understand the overall direction and structure of the market and taking trades in the direction of the market from the higher time frame, okay? Meaning I'm not taking my trades off the higher time frame, but I'm allowing the higher time frame to tell me how I should trade, which way I should trade, and then I'm taking my trades on the lower time frame, looking for those setups, those key areas of demand and supply. This case here, demand. This is where people or traders slowly transition when they have mastered this type of strategy, okay? All right? And reading the market and understanding it, okay? And once you've done so, then you kind of slowly transition from being an inexperienced trader to more of a intermediate to more of an experienced and professional trader, okay? You will start to see shifts, okay, from one level to the next. And you will know yourself when you start becoming great, okay? That's when you start perfecting the game, meaning you slowly start seeing your win rate increase to where you may have taken 3 trades solid, right? And maybe you had 1 win and 2 losses. Then you start taking 3 trades and you get 2 wins and one loss, and then you start really perfecting it to where you get all 3 wins, right? I'm not saying it's going to be perfect like that all the time, but the thing about it, like I always say, is be green on the day. That's the aim, that's the goal. It's just to make sure you're in profit every single day. If you break even, okay, at least you are at a level to where you're no longer losing, but you're winning, okay? All right, you should be comfortable about that and feel confident. Now, the overall key here is having the patience. Lots of traders, especially those that are inexperienced, they are always looking to, for some reason, always be into a trade. If you're that impulsive to where you feel like you have to be in a trade all the time, or you're chasing the market, then you need to step back and really kind of work on your your mindset, okay? Being able to gain a little bit of control of how you trade and become more patient, all right? That's the key. Stop taking every trade or what seems to be a setup, okay? You've got to be able to understand what's going on in the higher time frame first, following structure of the market, and then once you've got that big piece captured, and understood, Then you start looking for the setups on the lower time frame. Like I talk about, patience is key. Understand? So the thing too you can also take a look at is when the market made this high here, higher low, we're back on the higher time frame, and pushed up and broke higher, right? Okay, there was an imbalance resting right here. We know the market, if you've been studying the markets, you've been listening to the videos, you've done your own research, you know the market has to fill those areas of imbalances. If it's moving to the upside, it's going to come back, okay? It has to. It has to fill those areas. So in this case right here, when I see the market come back and fill this imbalance right here, this area, look, I'm going out to my lower time frame and seeing if there's a demand setup on the lower time frame. All right, there's demand resting right here, okay, off the lower time frame. So we fill that area of imbalance on the lower time, excuse me, on the higher time frame. So then I'm looking for a demand area where this green line is at on the lower time frame, looking for an entry to go long. Now, it didn't tap the demand area on the lower time frame, tick to tick, but look, we're only what? Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's move this green line out of the area. Come on, what's going on? All right, so here we go right here. It's at 47.45. Now, if we look at the bottom of this area here, we're talking about the top end right here. This is where the demand zone would be at right here, okay? All right, so we're talking about 47.45 and a half, okay? And the bottom of this right here, where it came down to the low, that's 46 and a quarter. That's less than a point. That's 3 ticks right there. I'm definitely counting that. If I get the bullish momentum, I'm going to take the trade to the upside. And a beautiful run to the downside that created the supply area. Again, I'm going to take it back up to supply. Demand, okay? It tapped into an imbalance off of the higher time frame. I'll look for a demand setup here, back at an area of demand on the lower time frame, taking it back up to supply. As simple as that, okay? But the key is also being patient and looking and waiting for the rejection to actually happen. All right, we see that momentum stepping into the market. We're going to take the trade. Simple as that. So, you know, I have tons of videos on the channel, tons and tons of video here on the channel, to where I go into detail, you know, pretty much about the strategy and how I trade it. It's simple. It's all surrounding supply and demand. I love trading supply and demand because you're getting in with the market, started making either an aggressive area buying or, you know, selling. In this case here, look at the lower time frame. We have aggressive area buying coming out of this area right here. Pulls back, aggressive buying, pulls back, aggressive buying. This was aggressive selling. So, can you take the trade and the supply area right here when it gets back here? I mean, you can, but you're trading against the overall direction of the higher time frame. And you can do that, but I do not recommend it for those that are, you know, inexperienced or beginner traders. The best thing to do is when starting off, so you can get and increase your win rate and to build that capital and that small account, is all about taking the trades, again, in the direction with the higher time frame. Higher time frame is bullish. Look for demand setups, pull back to a key area demand, lower time frame, take the trade, okay? All right, so I'm going to leave you with that bit of advice. I highly recommend you guys to watch, spend some time looking at the videos. I know there's a lot of videos on the channel, 600 plus videos, but look, if you want to become an elite channel supporter and join that tier, all you have to do is click on that join button. And here, right here on the video, there's a button, link that says join next to the share or the subscribe, somewhere in that area there. You'll see it, JOIN. You'll see 2 tiers pop up. This is through YouTube, okay? You see the loyal channel supporter and the elite channel supporter tier. If you want to receive the trade breakdowns, okay, as well as the selected hand list of videos that I pulled away or pulled out of all the videos, the ones that I feel like include the most valuable information, okay, to kind of give you a shortcut, trim off some of the fat to where you don't have to watch all 600 plus videos. That's up to you if you want to. But again, it's a video playlist and you get the trade breakdown, so I go in detail about my trades. It has helped people tremendously, okay? If you don't believe me, you come over to the Discord. Find the Discord link down in the description portion of the video and invite yourself in, and you'll find out for yourself. Lots of people that have signed up through the Elite Channel Supporter tier membership program, which is through YouTube, okay? It's just your way of supporting me as a content creator. $6.99 a month, but you're getting a lot of added value. And again, if you don't believe me, come over and ask individuals who are members that are part of the Discord community, and they'll tell you how much just by joining and becoming an Elite Channel member or Elite Channel supporter has helped them tremendously. Again, all you have to do is click on that join button here on the video, on any video, or you can click on it from the homepage channel of this channel here, okay? Also, again, if you're interested in joining the Discord, find that link down in the description portion of the video. last but not least, if you're not a current subscriber, please take the time to go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Join, okay? Join and become part of the team here, as well as make sure to turn on all your post notifications. You got to do that if you want to receive the most to date, real time notifications of when new videos that I create drop. And last but not least, please take the time to go ahead and like the video, okay, if you found value in the content. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope you're having a safe and blessed weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I know we're going to wrap up the year. This is the week before stepping into the holidays, for those that celebrate it. But I wish everyone a safe weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.